Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving headfirst into an idea that is, well, about as mind-bending as it gets. Rizwan Virk's simulation hypothesis. It's the theory that everything you see, everything you feel, our entire universe might just be one big, unbelievably sophisticated computer program.
So let's just start with a simple question, one that philosophers have been tossing around for literally thousands of years. Just look around you for a second. How do you know for sure that any of this is actually real? Virk's hypothesis takes that age-old question and gives it a serious 21st century upgrade. The idea isn't that you're in a dream, no. It's that you could be a player character, an NPC, inside the most immersive, complex video game ever conceived. Okay, but how does an idea like this jump from being cool sci-fi to something scientists actually talk about? Well, let's get into the core of the argument.
So there's the textbook definition. But here's what's absolutely critical to understand right from the get-go. Virk isn't standing on a mountaintop, screaming, "I've proven it, we're in the Matrix." That's not the point. He's building a case, brick by brick.
The whole idea is to show how a whole bunch of different fields, we're talking physics, computer science, philosophy, all seem to be pointing in the same weird direction. That if you start looking at our universe like it's a computer, a lot of the biggest mysteries in science suddenly start to make a whole lot more sense. It's just a really powerful way to model the world.
And to really get a feel for this, Virk uses an analogy that's, frankly, perfect. It's something we've all watched happen in our own lifetimes. The absolutely mind-blowing evolution of video games. I mean, you have to stop and think about this. It's insane. We went from two little white sticks and a dot in Pong to sprawling, photorealistic open worlds played by millions of people at once. And now we're building virtual and augmented realities you can literally step inside. This curve, this technological leap, Virk says it's not just getting faster, it's heading somewhere specific. And that destination is called the simulation point. It's that moment when a civilization can create a simulation so perfect, so detailed, that the beings living inside it would have no idea they're not in base reality. And here's the kicker. Once you're inside, how would you ever know? To you, that world is the real world. Okay, now this is where, for me, things get really interesting. This is where the hypothesis starts to look at the fundamental laws of our universe, and instead of seeing them as cosmic mysteries, it sees them as, well, clever bits of programming, engineering tricks to make the simulation run smoothly. You'd think that reality is smooth, right? Continuous. But it turns out it's not. When you get down to the tiniest level, what physicists call the Planck length and Planck time, you find that reality is quantized. It's made of discrete units, like pixels on a screen. From the simulation view, that's not weird at all. It's just the resolution of the universe. After all, a simulation with a finite resolution is way easier to compute than one that's infinite. This next bit might just be one of the most elegant parts of the whole theory. You know how in a video game, the computer only renders the stuff you're actually looking at to save processing power? The mountain way off in the distance is just a blurry image until you get closer. Well, the hypothesis says quantum mechanics is the exact same thing. A particle doesn't have a definite state until you look at it because the universe hasn't bothered to render it yet. Why waste the processing power? It's the ultimate system optimization.
And what about the universe's ultimate speed limit, the speed of light? It's always felt like such a strange, absolute rule. Well, the simulation view says it's not some deep cosmic law. It's a system limitation. It's the processor's clock speed for the entire universe. It's the maximum data transfer rate that keeps the whole simulation in sync. Nothing can go faster because the computer literally can't compute it any faster. And all of this is built on a really powerful idea from the legendary physicist John Wheeler, summed up in his famous phrase, "it from bit." The idea is that the most fundamental thing in the universe isn't matter or energy, it's information. A bit, a yes or no, a 1 or a 0. The physical world, the it, emerges from that information. The universe isn't a box that contains information. The universe is the information being processed. So, okay. Let's just pause and take a breath. If we follow this line of thinking, if we accept that maybe the laws of physics look a whole lot like optimized code, then we have to ask some pretty huge questions about our own existence, don't we?
This is the big one, the elephant in the room. If we're living inside a computer program, who wrote the code? Who's holding the controller? And while there's no single answer, the possibilities are just wild. Are we in an ancestor simulation run by our own descendants in the far future who want to study their history? Maybe we were created by some super advanced AI. Or maybe we're just one of billions of simulations running on an alien kid's gaming console. But Virk really emphasizes that trying to guess who did it is maybe missing the larger point. What's more important is understanding the nature of our reality, the what, not the who. Now, I get it. This can all feel a little unsettling. If this isn't the real reality, does my life mean anything? Does love matter? Do my choices count? And Virk's answer to this is a huge, emphatic yes. This idea doesn't destroy meaning. Not at all. Think about it like this. A character in your favorite book isn't real, but their struggle, their love, their sacrifice, that's all very real within the story. It's the same for us. The joy you feel, the pain you experience, that is 100% real to you. Your consciousness is experiencing it. The moral and ethical rules of this reality still apply. In fact, maybe the whole point of this game is to see what choices we make. A simulated life is still a life. The experience is everything. So when you boil it all down, the simulation hypothesis isn't some crazy new religion you have to believe in. It's a framework. It's a new kind of language that builds a bridge between ancient philosophy, modern physics, and bleeding-edge technology. It's just a powerful, plausible argument for making sense of a very, very strange universe. And that's really the question to leave you with. When you look at how weird reality actually is, that it's pixelated, that it only renders when we look at it, that it has a universal speed limit, which idea is actually stranger? That all of this happened through sheer cosmic luck? Or that maybe, just maybe, it was all designed with some incredibly elegant code?